Hello, I am Jacob McAllister, and I'm going to give you a tour of the capstone project, FieldMind, that I did for my Master's of Software Engineering degree for UWL. So, let's get the screen shared here. What we have is an agricultural management tool for farmers. So, the target audience of this would be a Midwestern crop farmer so that they can manage their fields, their harvests, the things that they've planted, the jobs, as well as some basic inventory tracking and some equipment management as well. So this is going to be a pretty quick whirlwind tour just to kind of look at things. I'm not going to explain too much about the background of some of these, just to give you an idea instead about just kind of what's here. So to start off, just want to do a quick whirlwind tour of these three major entities that the application tracks, which would be fields, crops, and jobs. And the other thing to keep in mind too is that we can select the planting year that we want. And I've already selected this 2024 planting year for us so that we can look at this. So this is us looking at the fields for the entire farm for the year of 2024. We can see a table of all of them, and we can click on one of these and see if there's a subdivision on them. And we can see that listed here too if that field is broken down into some further subdivisions in there. And then five-number summary that we can see based on how many bushels per acre that we got for every one of our fields for the year of 2024. We also have an area breakdown, a tree map of the area of the farm from all these different fields. And if we click on one of these, we can see it expand and we can see the breakdown of the north field having a subdivision that is 61 acres, 35 acres of soybeans, and then 15 acres of empty space. We can click into that subdivision here and we can see the breakdown of that subdivision. But we can zoom back out and we can do that for any one of these fields as well, so we can see just how everything's broken down for this. Some other charts here for showing yield information as well as harvest trips and soil nutrients. All these charts are very interactive, so we can click on things that we can take out and then also put back in, depending on how we want to look at things. And if we click on an individual field in here, we can see various metrics about these that we want to track. Harvest loads, we can check those. We can look at them more in a more detailed fashion as well. Click on any one of these rows and edit things that we need to in here. Back to the field that we were looking at here of North Field. So we were looking before with the fields page at all the fields for 2024. Now, if we look at the crops for 2024, we can see these different drop downs for this, various metrics on those, a tree map showing now this perspective of the crops. And if we click on one of these, where that specific crop type is planted throughout our farm. And then we can look at the jobs for 2024 and we can see a breakdown of all the jobs that we have. It's a clickable table that'll click us into a single job that we can check out and manipulate as need be. Various other charts for the jobs. And then we have inventory, the bulk, all the inventory, the bulk tracked and the individually tracked. And we can see also the equipment that we have here as well. And of course, with any one of these tables, we can always click into any one of these items and manipulate it as need be. And then to round this out here, the dashboard, as we circle back around, shows just some select charts from the other pages that we've seen. For the fields, we got these two, the table, and then this chart as well. And then for crops for 2024, and then for jobs. So it's just making a selection of some of the important things that we'd seen before in our dashboard view for the year of 2024. And then finally, in the Insights tab, with the insights, before clicking on it, the thing to notice is that everything we've seen so far is a single planting year. However, with any of these insights, as we look at our three main entities for the application, the fields, the crops, and the jobs, we can select a range of years that we would like to view the data in. So we can see trends over time as we go. And here we can see that we have this bar chart here of the bushels per acre harvested for corn. And we also see this candlestick chart here that could show us a five-number summary for each year. As I hover over it, we can see the details for that year. And we can change this to view whichever crop type we would like, and these charts will adjust accordingly. If we look at crops over that span of years, we can see the area of crops that we had covered for that year, as well as the bushels harvested. And then we can see a five-number summary of whichever crop type we'd like to explore. And then finally, for the jobs, we can see the category of jobs broken down for each year. And this is the only chart that's on this for now. So this is a project. This is the state that I presented it in and defended it to earn my master's degree. There's other things that I'd like to add and expand on with this, but this is the project as it stands now, and that is what I did for mine. Thank you for listening.